Holy cow, 6.6 million print. This is massive. We were just talking about a massive print. This is it right now, you guys. Holy cow. 138.82, and the SPY just dropped down, by the way. It dropped down, and we are touching the 200 simple moving average on a 15-minute chart right here. Yeah, we usually get a bounce in that area, so just watch that. The 200 and the 250, but oh my goodness, that is a massive print. I got to just post out a notification right now for you guys. Hold on 1 minute. All right, so how many of you think that's a buy print? This is a massive. Now, the biggest prints that I personally have seen on TLT were 13 million. I think it was 2 different sets of prints. Do you remember that, Ricky? I know Ricky's excited. Was it 2 sets? I can look back. But it equaled 13 million a day, and we had the biggest one back in April. Let's just do a little bit of math here. If we had 13, you can even see this spike. If we had 13 million on TLT back here, and we moved from 120 to 148, $28, half of that would be a $14 move. So we could legitimate get a $14 move up or down. So you see how I did that? Kind of just, taking a little guess there based on experience that what we've had. But this is huge. I'm so excited because we're going to do well on this. And I did 19 rolls on this trade. 19 crazy rolls. So you guys, if you miss the first trade, don't freak out. You're not going to miss this, okay? We might have a little bit of a splash. TLT doesn't splash as much, and here's where experience comes in again. TLT does not splash as much as other stocks. I personally, in this situation, love to put a strangle on going 4 weeks. So let's see what we got here. We're going to go to February 7th, and you're going to see they're really cheap, actually, really cheap. Now, the first thing I do look at is the ATR. How much does ATR trade every day? How fast can this move? And Mike, this also answers your question from the email earlier, is really, how do I know how much time to give it, how far out, right? So if we look at the low to high for a second on this chart, all I have to do is just click on any day, go low to high. That's a $1 move. This day it moved $2. I know TLT is capable of a $2 move every day. Yeah, it doesn't always, but here's $1 and then here's $2 or $1, right? Yeah, but it is easily capable of doing it in one day. So going a couple dollars out of the money is a piece of cake if you're going out 4 weeks, you guys. Yeah, and it's dirt cheap. And again, I don't know if it's buying or selling. I didn't get a phone call, but I did get the print. So what I like on this trade is and I'm just going to type it out here. Hold on. And here we go. Here's where we started. So I like February 7th. And I like the 143 calls. And again, this is where you go in a quarter of your position. So if you do 10 contracts, you can do 2, 2 or 3. I generally like to do 2, keeping them even if I did 10. And if I do 20 contracts, I would do 5 or so forth. Okay. Now we're going to go to the put side. And let's just see. And I do like to kind of keep it, even. So if I'm spending 25 cents on the call side, I want to spend 25 cents on the put side. So generally that is around the 134.50 puts. You can either do those or the 134s. I'll pick the 134s. Okay. So, and then you do 134 puts. Okay. And you just leave them. And people ask me all the time, like, once it starts to move, Steph, if it starts to move up, should I take off my puts, my original strangle puts? And my answer is always no. let them go to zero. You're not risking a lot. And how would you feel if you woke up tomorrow and everything turned and this was just a big splash? All right. So I always say, put it on, just add to the right side.